Hi friends, how are you? Good to see you today. Let's see here. See if I can find my live. There it is. How are y'all doing? And the volume is down. Okay, perfect. How are y'all today? Welcome to Wednesday. My name is Tracy and I'm with Callie May Wreaths. Callie just jumped down. She was there a minute ago. That is Pee-wee. He's my sidekick. Today we're going to do something kind of different. I have to make a tulip wreath, and I've just gotten in these Unique in the Creek ring boards, and I've been making a couple tulip wreaths on there, and they turn out fabulous, and they're not half as heavy and half as hard as the other way to do it. So I thought I'd just come on here and share with you how I do it and the way I do it. So you have to have, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 12 bundles of tulips. And of course, everybody's getting these tulips. You get them at Kirkland's. They're on sale right now. So I've got 12 cut up. I have an extra. Some of them, sometimes it goes 12, sometimes it goes 13, 14. Just depends on how full you want it. So I went ahead and cut those up. Well, Pee-wee, you got to get down. When you cut them up, you just cut the stems off and then push the leaves and the other florals right on up. So the one thing I did forget, hang on, let me get that, is the string to tie it on, because once we get going on the Unique in the Creek board, let me show you on the back. You'll see there's a ring here and a ring here, a hole here. That's where you hang it from. Once we get it filled here, it's going to be really tough to get the string through. So I always go ahead and tie mine off on the very first. Hey Barbara, welcome. Hey Suzanne, welcome. Usually I do deco mesh wreaths. Sometimes I do a little burlap. It's a little different every time. But like I said, I had need to go ahead and get this done. And I thought, why not share with y'all? It's a little different than what I've done before. So let's cut this. And let's cut that. Okay, when I tie mine, I'm going to come from the back, take my string or whatever I'm using to tie on from the back and pull it through to the front. And I tie my knot, my double knot here. And the reason I do that is when I actually hang it from the back, that it's smooth. There's no knot or anything. And the knot will stay here on the front. Just like that. All right. So, like I said, we have the Unique in the Creek ring board. And you just preload all your zip ties. One on the outside, you share the inside hole, and one on the inside. I usually take three bundles and put them together. And in these 3 bundles, you take, and you can start anywhere you want to. We'll start right here and just put them through. And I always keep my stems long enough so that they will go through a second. You see that? They'll go through a second loop. Tighten down the first one. Get another bundle of 3. And put them in the first one. And the first bundle is always going to kind of poof up a little bit more because you're laying on these already loaded zip ties. So that's how it looks. How you have it on there. I need to get a Mevo so you can see closer. Now what I do, if you'll notice, they're already in the next rings. So when I cinch these down, I know they're not going anywhere. But I always like to put a dab of glue right on the zip tie where I've tightened it. I know these flowers aren't going anywhere. So we just continue around to the next group of 3 on the inside. And you can do any color combinations. I mean, it's endless what you can do. And it actually goes relatively fast. And when I'm cinching down this time, I'm cinching down on the new bundle that I just put in and the previous bundle that's in there. 1, 2. We need kind of a darker one. There we go. Try and get all my color combinations about the same. Hope y'all are having a great day today. So far, mine's going pretty good. It's beautiful weather outside. Almost gives you a hint of spring. And I am ready for some spring. I'm ready to start playing some golf. And getting outside. Getting some vitamin C. And we just keep moving along. These colors are so pretty. Just absolutely gorgeous. Let me get one more bunch in here and I'll show you. We've only done 3 rows, but I want you to see the impact that it has. I mean, these wreaths are stunning. And some of the color combinations that I've seen are just incredible. Look at that so far. Isn't that just gorgeous? Just absolutely beautiful. And you can always, my personal taste, I always work in this direction. You always want your flowers to always go in the same direction. Some people prefer to go the other way. Just personal preference. Let me get a drink here. Whew. Hello, Carolyn. Carolyn. Glad to have you. All right, let's keep moving on. 3 more bundles. This wreath would be great for a housewarming for someone, or for a spring, little pop of spring. Be beautiful. You could also hang it, you know, wreaths not only are for your doors, but, you know, you can put it in your house. I think in my home I've got wreaths on every door. On the inside. They're just not for outside doors. You use them as part of your decor. Oh, this is looking so pretty. Beautiful. Whoops. When you're laying them in here too, you kind of want to look to make sure none of your flowers are getting crowded out and stuffed underneath. Because you're paying for these beautiful flowers, you might as well see them, right? If we're going to put them on there, we want to be able to see them. Beautiful. Hello, Elaine. Hey, Karen. Glad you made it. Doing something kind of different today for me. Like I said, I usually don't make... I'm not a big florals person. But this is so easy to do, you really can't mess it up. So, I've deemed it Tracy proof. I did a purple one, and it was stunning. It was beautiful, and just right for Easter. I've done a yellow. Let's see, we've done yellow, coral, pink. I want to do a white one, but I can't find any white tulips. I don't have enough. I think that would be really pretty. The combinations are endless. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you like my stuff. You know, it's you never know when you're making things. Your personal taste is different from everybody else's. And I try. Now that one is missing a tulip. So what I do is I'm just going to set that one aside. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to have some empty flowers there. So I'll just glue it on there. But like I was saying, you know, my taste might be not what your taste is. And to trying to find that happy medium, sometimes it's a struggle, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That is Miss Callie Mae. She's the name behind my wreath business. Callie Mae Wreaths. And if you don't know, I'm retired Air Force. I retired after 29 years. And Air Force and Air National Guard. And after I retired, I was great, man. I was playing golf. I was having a good time, doing all kinds of fun things. And then eventually, you got to find something else to do. You just can't play. You can play golf every day, but it wasn't working for me. So I found the love of making wreaths. And Callie Mae would sit at the kitchen table with me when I was making my wreaths, like she was the supervisor. So she'd just sit there and she'd watch every move. So it was always kind of fun to have somebody sitting at the table with me while I was working. So when it came time to do the business, I thought it fitting to name it after her. So she is the boss lady. can see out my backyard back there. I see that there's a cat walking around outside. Don't know who it is. Alrighty. And we're just continuing on here. I'll show you in just a minute. You can see I'm almost halfway done already. And then we haven't been on, what, 10, 15 minutes? Here's what we've got so far. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I just absolutely love it. Just gorgeous. And I'm sure the camera is not doing it justice, but oh my gosh. I used to do these on the styrofoam rings. Ooh. And the pins, the wreath pins or the floral pins, oh, took so much time. This is so much easier. And faster. I don't know about you, but I am so ready for spring. I can't stand it. I've had about enough of this winter with the COVID and all that kind of stuff. I'm just tired of being inside. I'm tired of being cooped up. I'm ready to get out and have some fun. Get a little bit of vitamin D. Right, you can always learn new things, Karen. That's right. I'm in the process of learning some new burlap techniques. I love to do burlap wreaths. Love them. That's my first love. So I'm in the process of learning a couple techniques, and for some reason I'm just not grabbing it. It's just not clicking in this little brain of mine. Let me show you this. Right here at this end, down here on this side, see how these twigs are almost a little bit too long? So I'll go back and I'll cut those back. As long as they're going through that second loop, that's long enough. So just trim those off. Put in our next bundle. Cinch it down. And we are good to go. This is looking so pretty. No, I don't like that there. And you can maneuver these tulips around if you find a bald spot, so to speak. Need to eat my spinach and get my Popeye arms up. Alright, on this one tulip, I see a black spot on there. Don't want that one. Let's see. Hey y'all, welcome coming in. All you newcomers, glad to have you. Today we're just working on a tulip wreath. I need to get one done, so I thought, why not do it with y'all? Let's put some glue here. Missing another tulip there. There we go. That's a good bundle. And I always use bundles of 3. Seems to be full enough. Just works out pretty good. No. And for the outside, I tend to always want to do 3 blooms. Some of these only have 2, some have 3. I want to usually always want to get 3 blooms on the outside ring because you've got more area to cover on that outside. Hence, you need the extra flower. Hey, Monk. How are you? Doing how you do. Doing it on a Unique in the Creek board. Making some pretty tulips. And Monkey's the one who gave me the tip on putting them through the second loop so that they're double secured. She knows what she's talking about when it comes to making these. Also, y'all, when I forgot to tell you because I already had them all cut. When you cutting your stems off of the main bush, after you got them cut off, you want to push everything up. You want to push your leaves up, push everything up towards the top. And that will help to make them fuller also. That's all right, Monkey. I don't mind. It does not matter to me. Y'all, if you're interested in working with these Unique in the Creek boards, you can get them from uniqueinthecreek.com, or you can go to Monkey's Creations. Michelle is, she's a genius when it comes to these boards. There's not anything that she can't do. So if you're really interested in learning more about how to do these, definitely check out her page. She is a master at creating. We are getting down there, down towards the end, and it is looking, I wish y'all could see it in person. These colors are just stunning. I just love it. I may have to keep this one and put it on my front door. All right, let's see here. Hey, Carla. Welcome. Glad to have you. Okay, we've got 4 more zip ties left. I got these 2 right here, and then if you pull up on where we started underneath, there are 2 more here. So, definitely got plenty. This wreath only required, what did we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only required 12 stems. And I always keep my stems so I can keep the count. And we're just going to tuck these down in there. It's getting tight now. 1, 2, and the 3 for the outside. All right, last spot of glue, and I'll show you how we do the very last ones, because it takes a little bit more to get those in there. Okay, so we are, see, there's a loose one. We'll glue that on there. Where'd it go? All right, there's one. Okay. Now for this bundle, we've got to pick it up and then slide it up underneath there. So just do the best you can. It's a tight fit for sure. Okay, one down, one to go. And I'm just going to cut 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, after you cut them, push them up, push them up, push them up. All right. Our last bundle, just going to tuck it right in there. And a lot of times you'll have to cut the stems off because they'll only go through one. And I kind of angle the stems to the outside of the wreath. Usually that'll help a little bit getting them in there. But you got to work it to get these last ones in there. Depending on your wreath, sometimes you may need to add a 4th or a 5th little bunch in there to cover up any bald spots. Okay. That is it. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. That is just gorgeous. Now you can add a bow if you want to. I personally don't add bows to them. It's just my preference. I like how they look. So that took us what? Not even 25 minutes maybe? 20, 25 minutes? And it's done. Perfect. Oop. Had one come off. So what I'll do is I'll just go and I'll stick it and I'll glue it in somewhere. That happens every once in a while. Well, let's stick it right there. That looks good. And I always tell my customers too, if they buy one and they fall off, just glue them back on. No harm done. It's the nature of the beast. It's gonna let go. I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's gonna happen to everybody. So anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed it today. Learning something new, looking at something different. Next Wednesday, I think next Wednesday, we'll be back and we'll be doing a deco mesh wreath probably. Let's get some spring stuff going, get some stuff in the shop. So anyway, I'm glad you joined me. I appreciate it. And I hope you will join me next week. Let me know in the comments if you want to see something. And if you want to follow me, if you'll click anywhere on me and hit my forehead, 3 dots will pop up in the corner. You just hit that and it'll say notify you whenever I go live. And you can punch that button and it'll take care of that. So I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day. Have a great week, a good weekend, and pray for some more sunshine. And I will see y'all next week. Thanks again. Bye.